Have you ever been in a situation of helping an elderly? If so, how did you go about it? Now, let's dive into Lily's story. Lily Parker had just stepped out of the bakery, where she worked part-time, when she noticed the woman collapse. Now mind you, the city streets were no place for the elderly to wander alone. Yet the frail old woman clutched her purse tightly as she made her way through the crowd. It was rush hour, and everyone seemed too busy to notice when she suddenly stumbled, her knees buckling beneath her. Without a second thought, Lily rushed forward, catching her just in time before she hit the pavement. "Mom, are you okay?" Lily asked her with concern in her voice. The old woman barely managed a nod, her face pale and her breathing shallow. Lily quickly assessed the situation and decided to take her to the nearest clinic, supporting her gently. She hailed a cab and guided the woman inside. Once at the clinic, Lily stayed by her side, holding her hand as the doctor examined her. "She's just a bit exhausted and dehydrated," the doctor reassured. "She'll be fine after some rest." Relieved, Lily fetched the woman some water and gently patted her hand. "You gave me quite a scare. Mom, do you have someone I can call for you?" The woman's wrinkled face softened with gratitude. "My grandson, but I don't want to bother him, he's always busy." Lily smiled warmly. "Family is never a bother. What's his number? I will give him a call right away." The old woman provided the contact, and Lily dialed it immediately. The phone rang, and a deep, commanding voice answered. "Who is this?" "Hello, sir. My name is Lily. I found your grandmother collapsed on the street and brought her to the clinic. She's okay now, but I think she needs someone to take her home." Initially, there was a long silence on the other end before he asked her whereabouts. 20 minutes later, the clinic doors swung open, and a tall, striking man entered, his sharp suit and piercing eyes making him look both intimidating and effortlessly handsome. He scanned the room until his gaze landed on his grandmother, and then on Lily, who was still holding the old woman's hand. "Grandma." He strode over. The old woman smiled warmly, telling her grandson how she told Lily not to bother him, but she insisted. This made the old woman perceive Lily as the kindest. His intense gaze flickered toward Lily. "You helped my grandmother." Lily nodded, slightly taken aback by his presence. "Of course. I could not just leave her there." He smiled, telling Lily he owes her for her kindness, and then goes ahead to introduce himself. "I am Adrian Kingston, CEO of Kingston Enterprises. And you are?" "Lily Parker," she answered. Adrian goes to clear the hospital bills and takes his grandma home, but also drops Lily at her place of work first. After Adrian dropped Grandma home, Grandma began to create a fuss, dragging Adrian's ear for not taking her phone number. At first, Adrian did not understand what Grandma meant until she mentioned phone number. Then he understood what Grandma was trying to do. In order for him to escape her disturbance this time, he had to promise to do so. After the promise, Grandma let him free. This moment was really hilarious, but what can Adrian do? She is his grandma after all. The next day, Adrian got lunch and took it to Lily during his break hours as a way of thanking her for the other day. He also succeeded in getting her contact, using his grandma as an excuse. This made Lily happy, and she also reciprocated the kindness by giving him some pieces of cake to try out and also sending some to Grandma. Through the exchange of contact they kept in touch. Adrian also invited Lily to a coffee date. One coffee meeting turned into two, then into casual lunches, and before they knew it, they were spending time together almost every day. Adrian was fascinated by Lily's kindness, her warmth, and her simple yet profound way of seeing life. Unlike the people he usually dealt with in his business world, She was not after power or money, she simply cared. Lily, on the other hand, found herself drawn to Adrian's persona. Beneath the suits and boardroom attitude, Adrian was protective, thoughtful, and surprisingly funny. He made her laugh, something she never expected from a man so intimidating at first glance. Meanwhile, Adrian's grandmother, Eleanor Kingston, had taken an instant liking to Lily. The more she saw how caring and genuine Lily was, the more she wanted her as a permanent part of the family. One evening, as Lily visited Eleanor to check up on her, Lily was so surprised at the fascinating furniture and how huge the mansion was. She was shocked to realize that all this, while she has been relating with the wealthy. At the entrance, the old woman was so happy to see Lily. She took her hands in hers and took Lily to her room. In the room, Eleanor tells her how special she is, the way she cared for her without even knowing who she was. Lily smiled and replied that is what anyone should do. The old woman disagrees with Lily. She makes her understand that not everyone would have done what she did. As conversation continues, Eleanor whispers to Lily's ear, "You will make a good granddaughter-in-law." Lily tried saying something, but Grandma Eleanor interrupted, correcting Lily with a wink to call her Grandma. Lily happily accepts to call her Grandma, but was still in shock that she did not realize on time the old woman she saved was from a wealthy home. Out of curiosity, she asked Grandma what Adrian does at the office, just to estimate his salary. Within herself, Grandma chuckled, saying, "He is the CEO." Lily immediately stood up, asking again to be sure she heard well. Grandma repeated her response effortlessly, explaining that they are the type that do not usually live a loud life. Lily and Grandma continued their conversation. Grandma even brought out pictures of Adrian when he was little and showed them to Lily. They both teased him a little, laughed together, and Lily went home that evening. It was a quiet afternoon in Grandma Eleanor's luxury garden, where the scent of blooming roses mingled with the crisp freshness of the air. She sat on her favorite carved wooden chair, sipping a cup of lavender tea, her silver hair shimmering under the golden sunlight. Across from her, Lily sat nervously, her hands folded on her lap. She had always admired Grandma Eleanor, her grace, wisdom, and the way she seemed to know things before anyone else did. For the second time, during their conversation, Grandma Eleanor tried telling Lily she would love it if Lily became her granddaughter-in-law, but still Lily did not understand what Grandma was up to. "My dear," she said, setting her cup down, "do you know what makes a good wife?" Lily blinked, caught off guard by the question. Kindness. Patience." Grandma Eleanor smiled. "Yes. But most importantly, love. A love that stays, even when the storm rages, and I see that in you." Child Lily still did not understand. Grandma Eleanor reaches out to pat Lily's hand. "I have watched the way you look at my grandson, and more importantly, the way he looks at you. Love is in the quiet moments, the stolen glances, the way you both find your way back to each other, even when you pretend not to care." Lily swallowed hard. Grandma continued, "I have lived long enough to know when two hearts are meant to beat together." Grandma Eleanor continued, "So, my dear Lily, why not make it official? Be my granddaughter-in-law." Lily gasped, almost spilling out the drink in her mouth. She stood frozen for a moment, her mind spinning with Grandma Eleanor's words. Be her granddaughter-in-law. Was she serious? She then asked, "What if he does not feel the same way?" With a satisfied look on Grandma Eleanor's face, she told Lily to go on with Adrian, and also made Lily understand that Adrian may take his time, and would be a fool if he lets her go. Then Lily let out a nervous laugh. That afternoon, while Lily was on her way home, she was swelled with a mixture of nervousness and excitement, knowing that Grandma is in support of having her in their family. She asked Anna, could this really be happening? The evening of that same day, Adrian visited Grandma. As he sat on the porch sipping tea with Grandma Eleanor, she decided it was time to talk some sense into him. She also informed him about Lily's visit during the day, but Adrian brushed it off slightly. Grandma Eleanor rocked gently in her chair before turning to Adrian. So, when are you going to stop pretending? Adrian nearly choked. Pretending about what? About your feelings for Lily, Grandma responded, giving him a look. Before she could say anything, Grandma interrupted. Before you say something foolish, just listen. Adrian sighed, knowing there was no escaping this conversation. Lily is a rare kind of woman. She is strong but gentle, kind but firm. She speaks her mind, but listens with her heart. And I trust her wholeheartedly. Adrian chuckled. But she was not finished. She is not just good for you. That's what you want to say? Adrian, she makes you better. Have you noticed that? How you laugh more around her? How you actually talk about things instead of bottling them up? A man should marry a woman who brings out the best in him and loves him enough to stand by his side when things get tough. You need a woman who sees you for who you are. Not just the charming man the world thinks you are, but the real you. And Lily is that woman. She is already loving you in ways you do not even recognize yet. Adrian swallowed hard. He had never thought of it like that before. But now that Grandma had said it, it felt true. Grandma Eleanor sighed. The only question left, my dear boy, is whether you are brave enough to stop running and claim the love that is right in front of you. Adrian was silent for a moment. Then, with a slow nod, he whispered, you really think she is the one? I do not want another heartbreak, Grandma, and you know that. Grandma Eleanor smiled knowingly. I know she is. Trust me on this one. And that was the moment Adrian finally stopped fighting what was already in his heart. Adrian began to visit Lily often, always finding an excuse to bring her coffee or take her out for a walk. Lily, being her usual self, brushed it off as simple politeness, but something about the way Adrian looked at her, the way he always seemed to know when she needed comfort, made her heart beat faster. Love grew in the little moments, the stolen glances across the garden, the late-night phone calls that started as just checking in and ended with them laughing about childhood stories, and the way Adrian always seemed to show up when Lily needed him most. One evening, under the soft glow of fairy lights in Grandma Eleanor's garden, Adrian finally admitted what he felt. He approached Lily and expressed his feelings to her. I don't just admire you, Lily, I think I am in love with you. Lily was speechless at first. She felt the same way, but love was not that easy. Was it? She told Adrian how she also felt about him, but wanted them to take things one step at a time, in order to know each other more. Adrian couldn't object. After all, he was in love. So anything to make his woman happy was fine by him. As time went on, their love blossomed. Then something happened. Adrian, this feels suspiciously romantic. Adrian chuckled, reaching for her hand. Lily, do you know why I love you? Well, I am hoping it is because of my irresistible charm, he laughed, shaking his head. That, and because you bring out the best in me. You make me think differently, feel deeper, and change my world in ways I never thought possible. Lily's heart pounded as Adrian got down on one knee, pulling out a small velvet box. I never believed in fate, but meeting you and loving you proved me wrong. Lily, will you marry me? Tears welled in her eyes as she whispered, yes. Grandma Eleanor, who had been secretly watching from the porch, wiped a tear from her own eyes and muttered, finally. There was joy, laughter and celebration all over the place. Pictures were taken, and they had a romantic dance. After the proposal, their wedding planning began. Of course, trust Grandma to make sure everything goes as planned. Their wedding was nothing short of magical. It was held by the side of the beach, surrounded by friends, family, and the blessings of Grandma Eleanor. Lily wore a simple, yet elegant lace gown, while Adrian, in his sharp navy blue suit, could not take his eyes off her. As they exchanged vows, Adrian whispered to her ear, "I promise to love you, take good care of you, and always remind you that you are the best thing that ever happened to me." Lily grinned through happy tears. "I promise to love you, annoy you just a little, and remind you every day that you deserve happiness." As they sealed their vows with a kiss, Grandma Eleanor leaned toward her friend and sighed, "I told you they will end up together." Everyone jubilated with the couple. There were lots of food and drinks to fill the stomach. Fun games played among the couple, family and friends, and gifts presented. At Adrian's home, Lily knew Adrian's family was warm and welcoming, but she had not expected the grand welcome she received after their wedding. The day after their honeymoon, Adrian brought her to the family estate, where his relatives had gathered for what he simply called a small dinner. But when Lily stepped inside, she was met with cheers, confetti, and the delicious scent of home-cooked meals filling the air. Lily looked around in confusion. "What's happening?" "Come in, Lily, it is a family thing. Every new bride has to take part." "Take part in what?" Lily asked suspiciously. "Lily, just do it. It is a game. Trust me, you will enjoy it," Grandma Eleanor replied. As it turned out, the game was How Well Do You Know Your Spouse? A light-hearted game where Lily had to answer questions about Adrian. "All right, Nia." Reading from a card. "What is Adrian's biggest fear?" Lily paused, pretending to think. "That I will eat the last slice of pizza before he gets to it." Adrian gasped dramatically. "How dare you expose me like this?" The room erupted in laughter. And just like that, Lily knew she was home. At the end of the night, Grandma Eleanor pulled Lily into a gentle hug. "You were already family the moment you saved this old lady," she whispered. "But now, you're officially one of us." Lily felt a warmth spread through her chest. She had always thought of love as just being about two people, but tonight, she realized love was also about finding a family where you truly belong. Give this story a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you have not, to get notified on the next story. Thank you.